All right, guys, let's check out this Victorinox Inox automatic. You can see the clean sweep of that seconds hand. This is model number 241834 with a retail price of 795 US dollars. You're going to be able to get it cheaper than that, but not a ton cheaper. These actually kind of hold their own as far as gray market or discounts or even used resale, really. They do pretty well. So it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but it's been years since Victorinox dropped or originally released this model in quartz. And it seemed very appealing to a lot of people, including myself. And I'd had a couple on the channel. I've tried out a couple. I don't think I've ever owned one. Maybe I did. I can't remember. But there's a couple little weird, quirky things, you know, and whether you thought maybe it was too big, they released a smaller one, but it was maybe a little too small. They've released titanium, carbon, tons of different colorways within the quartz lineup, and now in the automatic in different strap options. So if you're liking this watch, I assure you there's probably one that will appeal to you enough to purchase it, I think. I don't know. It's overall really well-built, robust watch. It is Swiss-made. This one houses the ETA 2824 movement in it with the date, obviously. And it's running great. I put it on the time grapher. I'm running at, I think I clocked it at +7 seconds. So, and that's dial up. So that's, I mean, that's really good. That's perfect. So Marc, a viewer of the channel, sent this over with a couple other watches. But I definitely wanted to get this one on video because this is the first automatic version I've had on here of the Victorinox Inox. Excuse me. And they put a display case back on there, which is very nice. I like that. I like to be able to see the movement if it's appropriate for the watch. And they did that and kept the 200-meter water resist. Actually, they made a diver style one too, so the bezel actually turned. I haven't checked one of those out. Maybe I will at some point. This one looks like it could, you know, but it doesn't. It's just the way it's scalloped and everything. Really nice brushed finishing on it. The polish reliefs are really high polish. I mean, the finishing and the overall construction of this thing is just well done. Excellent sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. You know, it's screw down crown, signed, oversized, well protected. I mean, because the original conception of this watch was a stainless steel watch that is super robust and strong. It would look like that crown would be difficult to operate, but if you just do this motion, I assure you, it grabs. There's enough traction. It has a nice pop to it. You can pop it out and stop it and everything. There's like no wobble or anything. So it's well engineered, we'll just say. So, you know, you get it, once you get it started, I mean, it just goes right in. You just do that motion that you're used to for doing the crown. So case size, it is a 43, but it kind of flares out a little bit here. So if you measure all the way down here, it's definitely wider. But if we're going to be fair and actually measure where the raw case is, it's a 43 millimeter case. 53 millimeter lug to lug, and that's all the way out to the very, very edge here. So non-drilled, 13.5 millimeter thick. You can see that sapphire sits just below that bezel, so it's kind of protected by that bezel. Weird thing here, they went with a 21 millimeter lug width. Now you can get it, there's a variety of different straps that you can get different models on. This one, Marc outfitted with the really nice heavy duty rubber strap. And it works really good on this. It helps balance it out. You put it on a little bit tighter than you typically would with some watches, and it holds its own. It does feel a little top heavy, I think, but as long as you get it, you know, in the right hole and on your wrist properly, it won't move around much. I weighed it at about 126 grams, so a lot of that weight is actually in the head of the watch. Now, this one came on this strap here, which is peculiar because in reading the details on it, it's a wood strap. Like, you're not seeing things here, guys. That's actual wood that they cut into little squares and then bonded onto leather. Now this one, I don't think Marc really wore it. I'm not sure how well they'd hold up. I mean, it is relief cut wood. It feels of high quality and it smells like leather and wood. It's pretty wild. And it has a really nice clasp with it and everything. So I could see trying this and wearing it. It's nicely equipped. So, but I mean, really for everyday normal use, you're going to probably wear it on this. So let me see here. I want to do a close-up. I want to kind of show you something because the depth on this thing is pretty wild. So you can see like what you would call a chapter. There's almost like 3 tiers, almost like stadium seating. And there's people sitting in the stadium looking down at the handset or something. I don't know. That's just kind of what I saw when I looked up close. But you have a really nice pattern dial there, and it's exclusive. As far as I know, it's exclusive to the automatic versions. And it also definitely ties in with that wood strap. So it's kept fairly minimal. You know, you got the Victorinox Swiss Army on there and then automatic. That's really all you need. The rest of it's all on the chapters. And then you have the, you know, the company crest up there at the 12, which is perfect. I mean, you have a really good emblem, you know, use it up there for your 12 into C. Totally makes sense. I'm on board with that because it's also incorporated into, you know, the branding that you typically see on the watch dial. If you have a crest like that, it makes sense to use it as an indice up there. It just looks perfect. I think that was a great design choice. So very clean, very easily legible. You can see a couple of smudges there. Just haven't wiped it off very good. Really nice high polished handset. I've been told, and I haven't experienced it, we'll check it out together, but I've been told that the loom is a little bit better application on this than those earlier ones and a little more consistent. We'll do that at the end of the video. Let me put it on my wrist so I can show you what it looks like on a 7 1/4. I was wearing it around a little bit. Like I said, you just have to get it so it's a little snug, okay? So it's not tight, it's just snug, and it'll wear fine. It won't move around or anything like that. Now, if you need to loosen it up a little bit, but it's gonna move around a little bit on you. But you have that option when you go with a strap like this. So I think it wears great on my 7 1/4, and I know people with smaller wrists totally pull them off as well. There's no hot spots or crown digging or anything like that. It seems like it's totally comfortable for like a full day of wear. I always thought it was going to be like too big, but I could see with this strap, it's paired up really nice with it because it's thick enough and it has enough rigidity to it that it's going to help balance out that size and weight that it presents to you. So I think I covered everything except for the loom. Let's give a loom shot. You know what? I know some people like it when I compare certain watches to SKX, just so you can get a size proportion of it. I know a lot of people have the SKX or have had, but you can see theirs next to the SKX. If that helps you decide if the watch is too big or too small or whatever your preferences are, maybe that helps, maybe it doesn't. I think it's a good representation to throw up there, but let's pop these lights off and check out that loom. Oh, that's slick. I like seeing the crest up there. I really do. I think that's excellent. I think Victorinox, I don't know if they've done that on other models, but they could certainly keep doing that, and I would be 100% okay with that. Loom looks good. It's really nice green loom. I'm sure it's some sort of C3 because it's kind of white when it's not lit up or something. I guess that's what it's supposed to be, right? It looks like it's holding good, so well done. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Big thanks to Marc for sending this guy over, and I'll catch you on the next vid.